morning. Hi, friends. How's everybody doing? Hello, my loves. I hope you're all doing well today. Let me turn down this music a little bit. It's a little loud. Today, I was very lazy. And I didn't do all of my normal makeup and everything. So, doing our best. Hydrate or die straight? Well, I wouldn't want to do that. My wife got me a sandwich for dinner, and she's gonna bring it over here when she gets back. I got a soda pop, and I'm excited. It's the little things, you know. We gotta be excited about the little stuff too. Take our wins where we can get them. I hope everybody is doing really good today, for real. Hello, Amity. Hello. Today...
Did you get a Pepsi?
I did get a Pepsi. Today I got a Pepsi. I've been working more on my Iron Man, and that's been a lot of fun. My sandwich. Yes, I would like. No, I don't need one. Never mind. This should be fine. Forget that it comes with the whole thing. Alright.
Your drink.
A Pepsi. Not sponsored.
Not sponsored.
But I wish I was. I'm out here sponsoring Pepsi, doing the next, like, Kylie Jenner style, walking out to a cop. That's my next arc, is I'm gonna be the bitch that hands cops Pepsis. I'll make sure racism stops, for sure this time.
Oh, holy shit, you're stopping racism?
Yeah, just like Kylie Jenner did when she gave that cop that Pepsi. You know me.
Wait, what is that?
You haven't seen it? You haven't seen that ad?
Oh my god.
Well, no, I gotta show it to you.
Yeah, I'll be right over.
It's Kylie Jenner, I think. Yeah. Oh, it's Kendall Jenner. Sorry.
Okay.
Another person famous for being famous. Who I know next to nothing about. That's RuneScape. That is sometimes what I want to look at.
There we go.
Am I trans? I am. Yeah, I talk about trans stuff all the time. Can I turn this on? Yeah. Perfect. I'm down here in the corner now. Alright, so this is the Kylie Jenner ad. Oh shit. Let me actually turn off the music so you can hear it. Join the conversation. And she was just there serving cunt when all these people walking by with signs that just say love walked past, you know? She was just inspired. Not sponsored.
Not sponsored.
But
I'm glad how you say you're not sponsored. Immediately play an ad. Isn't even part of the ad roll.
Nope. It did make me buy a Pepsi. This ad not specifically, but now I'm advertising Pepsi to you.
Damn
I guess,
it.
for free.
Oh my god.
Does this make me an influencer? Am I an influencer? Am I influencing you? Do you feel influenced right now? Everybody knows the protester when you go like this.
Okay. Oh, there goes her hair. Oh, okay.
Yeah, bitch, ruin your makeup for no fucking reason. Good thing they protested a bunch of fucking ice cold Pepsis. I think that if you don't support trans people, you just don't know enough about trans people to actually have that opinion. Sorry.
Oh yeah, you haven't made anyone.
You're not
mad.
making me mad, I just think that's
Yeah.
a stupid opinion.
Just asking someone that they're trans is not a problem.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
don't
the
care.
idea behind it. Like, are you asking in a way that's like implying, oh, you should be ashamed of that, or like,
Yeah.
oh, you're invalid. That doesn't exist. Things like that.
Did you see the part where she gave the cop the Pepsi and then
did.
racism was
I've
done?
been watching on the other screen.
Yeah, okay. I just wanted to make sure you saw the part where racism was over because
Yeah.
she gave him the Pepsi.
I can't believe racism.
He's Silver. Yeah, racism's over now. Okay. She took care of it. I want to show a video from a channel that I follow called Resistor Vic, who's really small. Like compared to other channels doing the kind of thing that he's doing, and I wanted to pull up his improv video. He does prairie improv. He's just some guy who lives on the prairie, as far as I can tell.
Oh,
Did you see that? Did I show this one to you, honey?
yeah, you did.
It's fucking funny. This one's like, it's like scathing. This is fucking hilarious.
I'm Vic Myers. Welcome to the Resistance, and thanks for coming again to Improv on the Prairie. You know, I'm not sure if I'm going to do any more of these improv shows because the last one, well, it had fewer viewers than Donald Trump's birthday parade on the mall, and that's just embarrassing.
That's just embarrassing.
But anyway, I didn't come here to talk about my poor performance. I'll let my wife do that later. Let's talk about Charlie Kirk. This guy, he walks onto the scene with the confidence of a guy who listened to Joe Rogan, quoted Ben Shapiro, and now thinks he's qualified to rewrite the Constitution. He's got the jawline of a bobblehead
See ya.
and the
Have a good
intellectual
day.
depth of a hotel room Bible that's missing half the pages. Charlie built Turning Point USA to educate and empower young conservatives. I guess that means screaming socialism anytime someone suggests kids at school should have lunch. He says he's a defender of free speech unless you criticize Trump. Then suddenly it's time to pray and purge the communists.
Fucking preach,
He
Vic.
claims he's for small government, but spends all day trying to get women's bodies regulated and college professors fired for reading James Baldwin. Charlie talks a lot about masculinity, and somehow always sounds like a guy who got rejected by a CrossFit class and a youth group in the same week.
Ooh.
He's like if Ted Cruz in a can of Axe body spray had a baby, then sent it to leadership conference with no books and no self-awareness. The guy got so full of himself that he let his ego carry him to Oxford of all places. Charlie Kirk marched into one of the world's oldest debating societies like he was going to bring the gospel of capitalism to the land of Shakespeare and irony. Instead, he got absolutely wrecked by a room full of British students who debate for fun and casually quoted fascism case studies like it was tea time at Cambridge.
It's like if
But
that's
one
what I
student
imagine
asked
would
him to name a
happen.
Successful fascist regime.
It's so fucking funny because I feel like that's what would happen if he ever like sat down and talked with like you, for instance, right? Like these fucking grifters, they very carefully select who they actually debate because if they lose, it ruins quote unquote lose really badly. It ruins their reputation.
I have a key advantage in a lot of cases. I grew up deep in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I thankfully got out of it with picking up as little of it as possible. And what's left I can use to understand the fuck is happening.
Single successful fascist regime. And Charlie looked like someone just asked him to explain quantum physics in front of his stepdad. And they weren't even mean to him. They were just articulate, which to Charlie Kirk is the same thing as a hate crime. He walked out of Oxford with his arguments in tatters, his ego leaking from both ears, and his talking points scattered across the English countryside like MAGA flares in a hurricane. If he scored any points, they're harder to find than Epstein's list.
Ooh.
You know, it's no wonder he's afraid to debate any of the Unfuck America tour guys. That's all the time we got for tonight, folks. Thanks for coming again to the Prairie Improv. Good day.
That debate, like, on the internet, is that a thing that can be watched?
No, he's saying he won't debate the Unfuck America guys.
No. The one where he went to Oxford and debated a bunch of students.
Oh, maybe. Oh. Oh, wow. Oh, it's like an hour and 38 minutes.
Oh my god, it's from Oxford.
Like, literally posted by Oxford. Wow. Incredible.
Incredible.
You know, I love the British.
British.
Yeah, maybe we should take a look at that at some point. I pulled up. I was watching, and I'm gonna finish a couple bites of this, and then I'm gonna throw some music on again, and I want to talk about something. A sec. Oh, excuse me. So, I posted about this earlier this week. I'm not sure if like people saw me posting about it, but I was watching like a 3-hour long video. I actually pulled the video up. I was watching this video by Lord Crust on Pirate Software, and I don't know really anything about this guy. He showed up in my feed a couple times, and I hit don't recommend because I thought he would kind of smarmy, and I didn't really care. But apparently, he's done a lot more that I didn't know about, and I was trying to find out because all kinds of drama has happened, and I know more now. But this video, I was like kind of in the first section of it is like some kind of petty stuff about him performing poorly in video games, and like playing puzzle games the wrong way or cheating on them, or like not being very nice in his World of Warcraft guild, and so he got kicked out. He's a drama goblin, right? He's
a smarmy little asshole.
He's a smarmy asshole, and nobody likes him. And like, yeah, okay, sure. I'll watch a video about that. This guy's just like a mean little dude getting made fun of. Sure. I want to find out some more about that. But then there's a fucking section in here that's like 20 minutes long, which is the length of a normal YouTube video, on how he's just like a degenerate furry, just kind of in the middle of this. And I'm like, are we still mad about this in the year of our Lord 2025? Did you just find out about furries? Did we tell you yesterday? I think it bugs me a lot because even when people, obviously they're not making an effort to understand furries or queer people at all. They don't need to. They don't need to make an effort to do that because they don't see them in their daily lives and they don't want to. But it really does often come down to when somebody hates on furries, it just is so, you scratch away at it a little bit, and just beneath the surface is, I hate queer people. So, I don't know. Like, I don't want to watch this whole video, but I was maybe going to show just this segment of it and show my, like, give my opinions, because I think when we are criticizing people, we should be careful about what the things that we are criticizing them for. Criticize people for shitty actions, not for being a weird furry. That's just, I don't know, that, I feel like that's not on. Why do we care about that?
Yeah,
why do I care? Did he? The worst part about it too is that I was sent by furries actual accusations within the furry community of shit that he had done wrong that was both social faux pas and faux pas, but him getting pushed out of communities in the furry area because he was an asshole. And so it just, again, I think we need to watch out. Sorry. It's important to watch out for surface level criticism of being a furry, because I find, again, there is a huge correlation between not supporting furries and, like, not supporting queer people in general. And I think that obviously is something that needs to be taken. So again, this started like something, just, I wanted to watch a stupid little drama video, and of course I can't fucking leave it alone when I see something stupid. And I've got to make it about capitalism or feminism or whatever, because I'm a blue-haired liberal.
Why do you gotta look at me when you're saying that, too?
I don't know, because I thought you'd think it was funny.
It was funny.
She hates me. Yeah. Alright, I'll play this part of the video. Yeah, that's what I was going for. Here.
So yeah, as established in that Metabreaker clip, Pirate Software owns and runs a ferret sanctuary, which, might I know, also has a Twitch and YouTube channel associated with Ferret Sanctuary, which, might I know, also has a Twitch
runs
and
a
YouTube
ferret
channel associated
sanctuary
with it
for
that he also monetizes. I don't exactly know what this guy was talking about in regards to sexualizing ferrets, but I do have a couple theories. One of which allows me to explain Pirate Software's alternative identity, Moldavius Fig Tree. The first of those theories, not related to Moldavius, would be this incident in which Twitch removed one of Pirate Software's emotes from his channel.
Last night, Twitch decided that they wanted to delete our favorite emote on this channel. It's been in use since January 2022. It is an animated ferret butt. There is no butthole on it. There is no anything on it. It is just a blank ass. The only thing that they've told me is that it's disallowed content, imagery of sexual content or nudity.
This was happening to a lot of furry channels, actually.
If your moderation team thinks that this is sexual content, I think that says more about you than it does about me. I'm just saying, it's a little bit weird. Don't get too aroused, Twitch. I know that ferrets turn you on so much.
I thought I'd mention it because it seems possible to me that the Ashes of Creation guy was referring to that, but hey, I'm not so sure. I think he's referring to something else. My other theory, as mentioned, has to do with Moldavius Fig Tree, Pirate Software's ferret persona. Now, as far as I'm concerned...
Okay. Personally, not my favorite design I've ever seen. Okay? If we're gonna sit here and we're gonna do this, we're gonna roast it properly, right? This guy's just gonna say that, oh, he's got a ferret persona, oh, he's sexualizing fucking animals, whatever. He has a animal sanctuary. That's like a pedophile owning a daycare or something. Like, what are you talking about? That's insane. Listens to Electro Swing? Yeah, no, he looks like his hat looks kind of dumb. It kind of looks like he's got a sock on his head and that one on the left. I don't think he looks that much like a ferret, personally.
He looks like a smarmy asshole.
He looks like a smarmy asshole. Yeah, he looks like the villain in an anime that I wouldn't want to watch.
This goes back to Second Life, that shitty VR chat precursor in which pirate software would...
You cannot come at me with... You can't come at me with an air of superiority and call Second Life the shitty VR chat precursor. How dare you? How dare you discard that piece of internet history? Second Life is like a treasure trove of the most incredible weird shit on the internet.
Oh, legit?
It's fascinating.
My friend and his partner met each other and got married after meeting each other in Second Life.
Mm-hmm. I think that's awesome. Second Life is like... Yeah. How dare you?
Take that meme about so many personas. Fox with X feature. Yeah,
I am
fox with ferret feature.
furry artist that only knows how to draw one animal. Second Life is one of those things with so many people and a long course of being around that, of course, it has its own world of stories to tell. Yeah, absolutely. Hey!
Hello. And who cares if he owns a ferret sanctuary and has a ferret persona?
To me, that says I like ferrets. Like, ferrets are an animal that I like a lot and think is important.
That does mean that you are not allowed to get a deer. As much as you want a pet deer.
I still think I would have to fight a deer first. I would need to...
You will lose!
I would need to meet it on the field of battle to accept it into my family. The field of battle at which I would emerge the victor.
No, you will not.
I would defeat a deer in single combat. Do we like this guy or nah? So that's the thing I'm talking about, right? Is I think this section of criticism from this video is unfounded and weird and gross and anti-LGBT. Because if you hate furries, unfortunately, you are anti-queer. It's just the way it be. All the arguments just kind of roll out into, it's gross and I don't like it.
Yeah. Is the rest of this crust video?
Yeah, I think
fine?
the rest of it seemed fine. I watched around it, but like I kind of lost the steam to watch the rest of the video after the section that was just 25 minutes of I hate gay people. Like, Pirate Software is kind of an asshole, and I don't want to, like, go to bat for him, right?
I don't think you are at all.
I think it's weird to have this be the point that you're choosing to make. And I think it's important when criticizing queer creators and, like, furry creators to not have that be the focus of it. Because, like, that particular thing is just, like, not something that informs them their morality or the things that they're doing.
Yeah.
Like, again, and I'll bring it up after we watch the section of the video, but I got accusations given to me by other furries who were, like, telling me about actual real things this guy did, like, potential, like, sexual misconduct allegations, or, like, selling products that he didn't have the rights to in Second Life. All of these things are ways to, like, but those are things that get you ostracized in the furry community. Because furries are normal and cool people, and I'm fucking sick and tired of pretending they're not.
To be fair, Pirate Software, not cool.
Not cool! But, like, there could be not cool furries, just like there could be not cool anybody.
And it doesn't have to be about their furriness or their queerness, and they're not cool.
I was thinking it calls into I made a video that I caught a little bit of flack for, where I was defending Lily Tino from some shitty AI generate. I'd never heard of the bitch before, but
give me a quick reminder.
Lily Tino was a trans girl who was going around making videos that were like really controversial. Because she was going around getting misgendered in restaurants and then making a big fuss about it on camera and getting free food or leaving and making a big mess and then put out some videos where she was like in Disney World talking about being trans and stuff. And it was like a little gross, but clearly meant to be inflammatory. And like, yeah, a bitch is problematic, right? She's not great. But I think that it's weird for that to be used as evidence against trans people.
Yeah.
In the same way that, like, this guy saying this is he's bringing it up in a video full of things that he did wrong, implying that being queer or being a furry is somehow wrong.
Yeah. Like, this is a curated script. Like, this guy is...
For 3 hours! He could have chosen to talk about anything, literally anything else, and it would have only given us more time to appreciate the rest of the shit that you have to say.
Even if he was doing this entirely off the cuff, still edited it.
Yeah.
Like, it is edited. Like, there's no way around.
I think there are ways to, like, weasel your way out of this potentially and say, like, oh, I'm not saying that all furries are bad. I'm saying that the things that he did as a weasel, that he did as a furry were gross and weird because of these reasons. But it's like, that's not what you said. That's not the accusations that you made. And why did you choose to make the ones you did?
Design and sell virtual fursuits, fursuits, I don't know, some fucking furry shit, okay? Avert your eyes for a moment if you don't want to see something fucking grotesque, but I'm going to show you an
fucking grotesque?
Yeah, show me. What do we got?
Ad for one of those virtual fursuits that's also notably a
Fursuit,
ferret.
like a
Let me introduce you to the child sexual abuse.
Oh, look.
Wait.
Is this not... Oh, it's grotesque! This is literally just a VR chat skin. You're an idiot. Apologies if you don't want to see something fucking grotesque. Shut the fuck up. You're a moron. It's just a VR chat model.
Wait.
Okay, important
did he just
thing.
literally equate it to, like, child sexual abuse? Like, a machine for child sexual abuse? Or am I misreading the caption?
Abuse ferret. No, seriously,
Yeah,
what the
back up.
fuck is the
Back up.
CSA
Let him speak.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your eyes for a moment if you don't want to see something fucking grotesque, but I'm going to show you an ad for one of those virtual fursuits that's also notably a ferret. Let me introduce you to the child sexual abuse ferret. No, seriously, what the fuck is the CSA throwing in before the ferret's supposed to stand for?
Okay, so the thing is called CSA Ferret. That's what he's saying, child sexual abuse. I think it's supposed to be a joke, but if that's the joke, then is the joke child sexual abuse? And I don't think that's very funny.
Well, like, that's a thing that is leveraged against queer people, of which many furries are, again, to villainize and demonize queer people. Like, yeah,
You are saying
CSA,
it for a reason.
But if you cared about anyone that was in the queer community, you would know, oh, there's this connection.
Maybe this is being sold to raise money for the Child Sexual Abuse Fund.
Maybe
You don't know.
intentional.
You're just showing it and saying child sexual abuse next to this furry as if that's a point. And, like, again, this is insidiously hidden in a 3-hour video where the rest of it seems kind of normal. That, I think, is the problem. I don't know. I'm sorry. I just had, like, a little piece of something on my shirt and I threw it at you. I was like, I need to get this rage out, so I'm gonna throw a little piece of bacon at my wife. Okay, I want to make a weird point here. Here, mod copy edit. What is X trans? Is that transformed? No trans people can have this. That's weird. No, I think it means something, but we're just making stuff up, right? I'm making up a guy that's a Moldavia's fig tree is transphobic because it's has trans crossed out on it. Like, that's the same level of accusation that you're making.
No, seriously, what the
Male.
fuck is the CSA throwing in before the ferret's supposed to stand for? He was selling all sorts of colors as well. We had red ferret, blue ferret, green ferret. It's got articulation in the tail and mouth, and it even has a male and female model included. Yes, that ferret on the right indeed has tits. I really don't know how else to
so
interpret
do
this other than
people.
as pirate software sexualizing ferrets, which...
Okay.
Alright. Is that
Okay.
a ferret?
Classic man cannot think of a woman without sexualizing her. Like, literally, this is this guy telling on himself because he's like, there are boobs on that ferret? The boobs on the ferret that's supposed to be a woman to show you that that's a woman ferret, that's sexualizing that ferret. And dude, you're a pervert. That's weird. Why was that the first thing that came to your mind when instead of being like, "Oh, that one's got boobs. Girls have boobs." So it's trying to signal that gender role for this ferret. What? Like, how has this dude never seen a cartoon animal before? Is Disney sexualizing, like, animals in Robin Hood? Okay, listen. Okay, maybe a bad point. However, I think that the things I'm trying to say stand.
You were gonna say Zootopia.
I was gonna say Zootopia. I started saying Zootopia, and then I honestly thought about the Zootopia abortion comic, and I had to stop for a second.
Oh my god.
All right, more of this.
Is pretty questionable considering the guy runs and owns a ferret sanctuary. If that isn't consent.
He's saying, again, he's conflating these things. Like, oh, the furry that makes... Again, we haven't seen shit that he hasn't shown us expressly sexual things. He's just conflating furry with sexual in the same way that people can... Because it's furry, queer, sexual, pervert.
That is like saying...
It's making those logical jumps.
This is not that different than saying, oh, you have intercourse with your partner. That means that you have intercourse with any of the kids that you take care of at your daycare.
Yeah.
Like, that's... What? That's such a leap.
If a Second Life persona is grotesque to you, you are in the same league as a Victorian child.
Yeah.
You've only yesterday seen the Zootopia comic for the first time? You thought it was parody? No, that one was real.
We're in the internet, babe. Parody and the real, they're one and the same.
We'll never be alone again. Everyone is connected.
Yeah.
No matter what.
To you, the allegations from a Twitter user by the name of Lyric Wolf might be.
Okay, so again, seriously leading, like making logical assumptions to go from, he hasn't even said the queer part yet, because he hasn't said anything sexual, but he's saying, this guy's a furry, and because furries are inherently sexual, because they put boobs on ferret 3D models, then they, again, boobs without nipples or any sort of genitals showing, just blank boob. Yeah. I was linked to a 90s Rescue Rangers comic where Gadget kills Saddam Hussein. I haven't read it yet, but I think this guy's biases are preventing him from experiencing true art. That's what I'm saying! Showing boobs casually as sexual is such a terminally American take. It is. This guy's not American, though. I think this guy's probably Australian or or from, like, New Zealand. There are a lot of Puritans, I think, unfortunately, that just do not... cannot... And this is like a dude thing to do, which is like, oh, there are boobs on it, so it must be sexual, because people, like, again, just women are just sexual inherently, which is the same thing that, like, oh, a trans person must be doing it for sexual reasons. Why else would they grow boobs? Why do women have boobs? So you got something to look at while you're talking to them.
Oh my god.
Wait, that came out wrong. I mean, I gotta pull that edit up. It was good. I watched an edit where somebody puts Superman as Peter Griffin, just edited his voice over it, and put a bunch of other characters in. It's really good. I'd be mad about boobs if I never got to touch them. That's true. They're jealous of trans women because we grow our own.
Yeah, you'd think that, like, the whole bootstraps narrative would be immediately understandable. Like, oh, I didn't have any breasts, and I wanted to touch some, and now, well, I grew my own. I pulled myself up by my own bra straps. What?
I was on board until you continued talking.
What?
Shut up, Ag. That's too funny. That sounds manly as hell, not gonna lie.
I'm doing it for a bit, bro. I'm doing it for a bit.
Do you remember the story about the trans femme who got denied a marker change at the DMV and then got arrested for indecent exposure when she pulled off her shirt in protest?
Oh yeah, that was a thing. Like I think a year.
Awesome.
Ago or something.
My torso is obscene. Again, like if I pulled my shirt up, I would get banned from Twitch now. I feel like that says something. My torso is obscene. Alright. So, we had this entire leading section to talk about, we're setting this guy up to be a weird sex pervert.
And he's critiquing.
Which, up till now, he hasn't had any accusations about weird sex perversion. It's all been stuff about how he's been bad, kind of an asshole at World of Warcraft.
Yeah, basically, he left his teammates to die in a hardcore.
Yeah,
Ooh.
which, like, again, shitty thing to do. You're an asshole.
Gets kicked out of his clan, like community, clan, whatever the fuck.
That happens.
Group, whatever.
That's how you get better.
That's how you get better. Get out of that group. If they want you back, they'll bring you back.
2025, Lurkwolf released a tweet which claimed that when they were 20 years old, the then 31-year-old Pirate Software emotionally abused and manipulated Lurkwolf for financial and sexual gain. I'm a bit dubious of some of these claims, but...
Okay.
Why would you present them then like that? That is so dishonest. If you already have 3 hours of other content that talks about how this guy is kind of a dick, why do you need this 20-minute section about why this guy is a sex pest, where you're dubious of these claims? Also a weird thing to be dubious of the claims of a sexual assault survivor. I don't know, maybe we should check this guy's fucking search history and see what he's been up to. Again, if we're just throwing around accusations.
I will elaborate on that after I've shared them. Lurkwolf then follows this by...
I will elaborate on why I doubt these claims after I have shared them all in full and given them full validity in front of my entire audience.
That's setting, like...
Directly after I have primed my huge audience to think he's a sex pervert.
And here's evidence that he's a sex pervert.
Again!
Maybe.
I don't want to defend this guy. He's an asshole. But this is fucking insane. This is gross.
I took the letter F into his Google search.
Can we type an E into your search bar real quick? Just I need to
know.
I need to know.
I have a thing I must know.
Stating that the aforementioned alleged abuse had caused Lurkwolf to drop his pursuit of a university education and dreams of being a content creator, additionally linking to a website with the web domain piratesoftware.sucks. Upon looking at the website, you can see that Lurkwolf claims this happened back in 2018, which also lines up with the fact that Lurkwolf says they are 27 in their bio. Either way, proceeding through Lurkwolf's Twitter thread, he goes on to state that he first came into contact with Pirate Software due to a copyright conversation that was based around the piano transcriptions that Lurkwolf had been making at that point in time, having transcribed a couple of the songs from Pirate Software's game Heartbound in February of 2018. Supposedly later that year on August 26th, Lurkwolf made an $800 donation to Pirate Software, which Lurkwolf claims subsequently led to Pirate Software expressing romantic interest in Lurkwolf.
Okay, this is my official statement that if you send me $800, I will take that as payment for my services rendered. And I probably would ERP with somebody that sent me $800.
Yeah, but you'd keep it all above board, and you're not an asshole.
Yeah. Like, I'm just saying. That's not, like, sex work is work, bro, you know?
Like,
that's just being a streamer, baby.
I missed the timeline. Was the person of majority age?
I think so. Well, he says he's 27 and it was 2018, so
That's
yeah, he would have
7 years ago. So they were 20.
They were 20, so they were legal age.
They were of legal age. They were almost old enough to buy a pack of smokes.
I have pretended to do less work for $800. Yeah, for sure. It doesn't even need to be $800, dude. I you know.
like that's the thing.
Again, it's a weird thing. It is weird to say it like that, which means that it seems kind of like they started doing it unprompted because of the $800. That's a little weird. Hey, Emily.
At that point, it's like we're zooming in on some conversations here, and
Yeah.
like I would be curious to see if there's like what's the pattern, how did this appear, etc. And that's called investigating a situation.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Fortunately for my eyes, and
Beyond the bias, he's just not doing a very good job of basic journalism. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, he's this is just on top of all the other problems. It's also bad writing.
Yeah, this whole video sucks and could be way shorter than 3 hours long. I do think that the little guy perspective that he's chosen, where his camera is like looking down on him like some sort of angry god, I think that's pretty funny.
It is kind of funny.
Like, where is that mounted to, dude? Your ceiling fan
He's stealing.
is the Lord of Crust.
well, now yours, manifested as erotic furry roleplay.
Okay.
All
All right. I'm gonna read through this erotic furry roleplay and try to see if there's anything that's too weird.
Are we gonna do this back and forth?
Sure. Can I be pirate software then?
All right, hold on. Which one's?
Do I get to pretend to be pirate software? That's Thor, I think.
I don't know if we can read this out loud on stream.
Grinding against my hand. No, okay. I'm just trying to like. Yeah, this is just sex porn. It's just
This-
like
This looks like two
this is
consenting
two
adults.
consenting adults doing an erotic roleplay. Like,
Now, to be fair, we don't have the whole picture because this guy's a shitty journalist. and
absolutely.
we're just hopping into this. So let's give this person the benefit of the doubt because they're potentially a sexual assault victim.
Right, absolutely. I
This
want
could turn into an abusive situation.
This absolutely could. And this is what I'm trying to say is that this is why we need to be careful about the way that we present stuff, because the accusation isn't that he's a furry. The accusation shouldn't just be he's a furry and did ERP. Like that's the accusation he's making, is that he's gross and sexualizing animals and he's doing ERP, which is sin and gross. But if you like, there are things in it that he does that are bad, and that's what's important to critique. You could fisheye like a webcam if I try hard enough. My webcam does have a slight fisheye to it. I could just make it way worse, right? You were told to read Human Domestication Guide. Just you have to go right now. Okay,
Goodbye.
I understand. Enjoy
Good
your
luck.
goon.
Enjoy.
Did that come through at all? I'm not sure if the sound was made properly.
Do it again. No, it's not coming.
Fuck!
through.
It's like making a wet slapping noise.
A little bit better.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Erotic furry roleplay.
Okay, he started to shower me with affection, praise, and attention, making me feel special and valued. Love bombing, however, when I express any reluctance to commit to him and solely him, he would shame me by calling me corrupt or useless. That is abuse!
Yeah. So this is love bombing.
This is love bombing, and this is an accusation that is important to talk about, but that's not the accusation that's being made.
As love bombing. Lyrical continues stating that Pirate Software began attempting to pressure them into a relationship, which Lyrical would respond to, stating that they just wanted to be friends. Lyrical describes this as gaslighting, which again I will talk about later. Regardless, Lyrical
Okay.
goes on to claim in the next tweet that they made plans to meet up at TwitchCon 2018 to cuddle and fuck, I'd guess. I don't know, we are talking about furries, so something more could be something that's entirely outside of my imagination.
It's just sex, dude. They just had gay sex, and you don't want to think about it, and it's weird that you're being this weird about it. They had gay sex at the furry convention that they both agreed to, even if, again, it's weird that he was pressuring this guy, but that's not what you're talking about. That's not the accusation that you're making. You are talking about how gross it is that he's gay. This is the type of shit your ex-boyfriend used to do. I'm really sorry. That sounds really awful.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There is enough here.
If he were presenting it genuinely, I would still be upset, but he's not making that accusation.
I mean, they were talking about knotted dicks and shit. But either way,
That's
what I did
so
find bizarre is
pedestrian.
the fact-
Oh my god, grow up. That is just... oh, the penis looks a little weird.
Feels a little better. I mean, different.
Like, yeah, okay, just... It's the idea that it's purity culture. It's the whole... I talked about porn addiction and how the people that are actually using the most porn are not the people that feel the most guilty about it. It's all about social stigma and shame, and the issue that this guy has isn't that he is pressuring another person into having sex with him. The issue he has is that they had sex. He doesn't believe the victim. He is only using this because it makes pirate software look bad. Why is he choosing to present it this way, right?
The evidence already makes him look bad. Dude.
The evidence makes him look bad.
You're making him look less bad because no one can.
Because now I have to sit here and fucking defend him, even though I don't think that he deserves defending. Like, I believe gaslighting would occur, or did occur, but I bet money he won't point it out correctly, if at all. What about pirate software? This whole video is about pirate software.
That Pirate Software gave this countdown for when TwitchCon was 15 and 5 days off, which is truly deranged. Regardless, Lyric claims that they did indeed meet up together at TwitchCon on October 26th, where they roamed the streets together with some streamers and Pirate Software's business partner and friend, Shay. Lyric claims in the first tweet that while Shay was initially sympathetic towards Lyric, they did end up being complicit in Pirate Software's cover-up of Lyric allegation. Regardless, the TwitchCon group decided that they wanted to go to a bar, which meant that Lyric...
Wait. Sorry, I have to...
allegation. Regardless, the TwitchCon group decided that they wanted to go to a bar, which meant that Lyric could not participate because of the fact that they're in the US, where drinking before the age of 21 is illegal, despite the fact that you can apparently simultaneously have erotic furry roleplay and sleep with a 31-year-old man. But, I mean, that's for you guys to decide, I guess.
Yeah, okay. If that's for me to decide, I think you're a fucking freaking a weirdo for having this point in your video at all. I think, again, weird that he got pressured into sex. Pirate Software is probably a sex pest. But presenting it this way is just you saying, isn't it crazy he can't drink, but he can have sex with a guy? Like, is that bad? Fuck you.
Is your issue that he has power in the situation? Maybe you have an issue with that.
Yeah.
And not the fact that people have sex, that people are furries, that furries exist, like, that people are queer.
Yeah.
Either way, Pirate Software ended up excusing himself from the bar and joined Lyric in their hotel room. Although Lyric doesn't explicitly state it in the same tweet, I think it's pretty safe to assume that they slept together that night, especially considering Lyric implies this to be the case in the same reply chain. Lyric goes on to claim that while the group was roaming around on day 2 of TwitchCon, Shay made a comment about Pirate Software's secret wife, which led to Lyric messaging Pirate Software about it later that day. Pirate Software responded saying, "Is there a ring on my finger? Lol," and claimed it was a bit weird to question. So Lyric went and asked Shay about it instead. Lyric states that he explained the situation to Shay and showed screenshots of him guiding Pirate Software to his hotel room as evidence. Shay then subsequently opened up to Lyric stating that Pirate Software and himself were sexual partners who had agreed to be open at TwitchCon as long as they communicated. According to Lyric however, Shay was not aware that Lyric and Pirate Software had met up, which Lyric claims devastated Shay. Now, there is no direct evidence for this interaction between Shay and Lyric however, Pirate Software later acknowledges it in these messages, in which he gets mad at Lyric for sending chat logs to Shay, and additionally claims that nothing is going on between him and Shay. Seemingly nothing else happens for a bit of a half a year when Lyric suddenly decides out of...
Yeah, he's a shitty partner who slept around behind his partner's back at a convention and did shitty stuff, and all of that makes him look really bad. But why is that not where we started? It's the presentation of it being like...
You did say it was about 1 minute and 5 seconds?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, we could have cut out this whole ass section.
There's still 10 minutes of this section.
Oh, holy shit. We could have started here at least.
There's also more nuance to the dynamic, which doesn't excuse Pirate by any means, but is worth noting that as Lyric was a bigger creator, albeit a younger one at the time of the $800. That, I think, means something, too. The fact that, like, they didn't really have that power imbalance. It wasn't like a... Yeah, you can still get socially pressured into like, an intimate relationship, and that's what happens, especially if he was lying about the partner that he had.
And that can happen at any age.
And that can happen, yeah.
Don't think that you're older, that you're immune to abuse or pressure or things like that. The idea that young people are the only people that can make mistakes is wrong.
Nowhere in March of 2019 to charge back that $800 donation from August of 2018. Subsequently, Pirate Software releases a tweet accusing Lyric Wolf of scamming a small indie studio and states that he will fight Lyric Wolf into the ground. Pirate Software then followed this up by filing a deal.
This makes sense to me based on the previous thing that he talked about, where he refuses to accept wrongdoing. And that makes sense. This is like textbook manipulator shit. And that should be what is being talked about. But for some reason, it's focused on the idea that he's a furry and it's grotesque.
DMCA claim against Lyric Wolf's YouTube channel, or more specifically one of the Heartbound piano transcriptions on April 1st. Personally, I don't find a DMCA claim to be a particularly funny April Fool's joke, but each their own, I guess. Lyric Wolf responded to Pirate Software's tweet on April 5th, 2019 with a now deleted Google Doc.
Yeah, it makes the narrative awfully convenient. He's making, like, this section is very leading. Yes, he was a sex pest, but yet he cheated on his partner what appears to be this one time. Perhaps that's wrong, but I didn't see the rest of the video because of this section. This genuinely made me so frustrated that I needed to, like, go talk about it with people. Because it's really insidious to just slip this in here.
That's how we... Critique like this is how we normalize that sort of othering. The way in which people will just say, "Oh, you're different." No, I don't know how to connect with people that are different than me. I only know how to connect with people on the things that I'm familiar with them with. I don't. Oh, you're different. That's too much. No, goodbye. None of that.
Yeah,
it's terrible.
Outlined all of Lyric Wolf's claims to do with Pirate Software.
I think this part of
both.
I think this video needs to be, like, re-released with this section cut out. This is fucked up.
Have you checked out my... I'm assuming no. Have you checked out any more of...
No, I was too mad. I didn't. I could have done more research before just putting him on blast, but no, I did not.
Because I wonder... What I'm thinking is, like, this isn't something that seems to be... I'd be curious to see if this is a bit.
Or a pattern.
Like... I've seen problematic creators who do this as, like, a way to signal to an in-group. And I don't know if this person's doing that, or if that's just coincidentally what's happening because it's become more common.
I feel like this guy's just homophobic.
Which sort of homophobic is really
right.
What I'm thinking. It's like, ignorant, doesn't know what he's doing.
I think, yeah.
Completely
or actively hateful.
Or, yeah, exactly.
It's starting to look actively hateful with how this, like, is being led.
Yeah.
Pirate Software and Shay went on to refute Lyric Wolf's document in a series of now deleted tweets with 3 major points. The first of which would be that Pirate Software was divorced at the time. The second being that Lyric Wolf supposedly doxed Pirate Software by sharing his phone number in the evidence. And the third was that Lyric Wolf apparently planned all of this to scam both Pirates.
And this is a nitpick, but he is using this, like, blur shift fade between these things, and I hate that. It looks bad, and it's a bad editing decision. You can use the YouTube video editor to remove a section with no hit to view count, so there's no excuse. Yeah, absolutely.
Software and his indie game development studio. Now, if it wasn't already, this is where it gets bizarre, because Lyric Wolf claims that Pirate Software's lies were made so confidently that Lyric Wolf himself was gaslighted into taking the Google Doc down. The reason he claims that he was gaslighted and not just outright convinced is because, according to Lyric Wolf, all 3 of Pirate Software's major rebuttals were just flat out lies. Now, unfortunately for old Moldavius, lying to save his own hide is not something that I would put past him, and Lyric Wolf has evidence. For starters, the Telegram logs that Lyric Wolf posted have supposedly not been adjusted since all the way back in 2018, and they do not include Pirate Software's phone number. I say supposedly because I have no idea how I would check when the logs were created or whether or not they have been adjusted.
Just lazy.
However, I have not seen anyone
lazy.
refute this claim. The only phone number included in the logs is
Again, yeah, he's just saying, yeah, like, I just saw this stuff and I wanted to, like, talk about it. Isn't it crazy that he's a faggot? Sorry.
I did it this time. You did it! Ha!
Sorry.
Two instances of Lyric Wolf's phone number, not Pirate Software's. Lyric Wolf additionally claims that Pirate Software and Shay had reached out to Lyric Wolf's partner at the time in 2019 and had convinced them to tell Lyric Wolf to take the document down on the basis of the phone number being included. Moving on to the divorce point, Lyric Wolf refutes this by just straight up pulling up divorce court filings that show that Pirate Software was indeed married between the dates of October 17th, 2015 and February 18th, 2020. I have gone and checked and
Again, this is a good accusation. Talking about how he was married to someone else that wasn't Shay and was being a sexual partner to Shay and a sexual partner to this other person, and all of them were being lied to. That's manipulation and sex pest shit, and that's important to talk about. But like the way that it was presented, that's not how it started. You just were saying it's grotesque that he's doing furry roleplay. Isn't that gross?
yeah,
And it
this
really
filing
changes
does
the
appear to be
message of every
real.
other
As
part.
far as I'm concerned, Pirate Software was still married at TwitchCon 2018 despite his insistence otherwise. The final point, that being that Lyric Wolf had set all of this up to scam Pirate Software, is already extraordinarily questionable on its surface. I mean, for one, charging back an $800 donation is at worst scummy. You're not generating any new money and you're not stealing anything from Pirate Software. You're just paying transaction fees and sending your money to someone and then getting it back. The biggest point against the scam idea, however, is how much fucking money Lyric Wolf had poured into Pirate Software, because the $800 donation wasn't it. He'd also poured thousands into the Heartbound Kickstarter project. To be fair to Pirate Software, however, I should mention that all this Kickstarter money was also refunded after the TwitchCon incident. However, the point stands. What the fuck is the scam here? Either way, as I mentioned previously, I am dubious of Lyric Wolf's financial and sexual abuse claims. To me, it comes off as if Lyric Wolf made a really bad financial decision by sending Pirate Software the $800, and additionally, it does come off as if Lyric Wolf was consenting to their honestly grotesque exchange of messages and furry stickers, including anthropomorphic dog creatures showing its asshole. I also think
That was just a butt, not an asshole. It's also a hyena. And I feel like that's obvious. You're just being that's like, among genuinely good accusations, he's just sprinkling in shit that sounds like my dad.
He sandwiched it.
Yeah.
He made the reverse shit sandwich.
Yeah. Oh yeah, just made a bad decision by getting manipulated. Yeah, what an asshole.
Excessive use of psych terms is off-putting, and I would go as far as to say deranged when you look at Lyric Wolf's website and
Again, it looked like he's saying it looks like he consented to having this relationship. Like, dude, that is predator shit to say. Like, I'm not saying this guy is a predator, but I'm saying that's shit that predators say in order to normalize it being fine to fuck around behind your partner's back. It's not. You're breaking their trust. That's fucked up. Don't do that. If you're going to be in an open relationship, you need to be able to you need to be in an open relationship, and that means open communication.
almost every message displayed has some explanation of how Pirate Software is implementing Davo tactics attached to it. Just let the evidence speak for itself, and if you want to add explanations, just put it under a screenshot, not...
Okay, go fuck yourself. That is what you just did. Yeah. For 20 minutes. For 20 minutes, you talked about shit that didn't matter. And then added a bunch of explanation and shit that didn't matter. When you could have just let the evidence speak for itself, but you didn't. You don't get to make that accusation, or like that joke. You suck. This guy sucks.
Not whatever the fuck this is. For Lyrical to create the site, he had to adjust the messages themselves to include the honestly counterproductive psych term riddled explanations, which gave a lot of deluded Pirate Software fans the means to easily write off the authenticity of the messages. I got in contact with Lyrical and asked about this, and he clarified that yes, indeed, the annotations were originally there. However, after receiving some feedback about how it would distort the narrative, he removed them. On the point of authenticity though, if it wasn't for the two videos of Lyrical scrolling through his DMs with Pirate Software before and after Pirate Software had deleted evidence, then I highly doubt I would have even included this segment in the video. So other than being Pirate Software fans, can I really blame them for writing off the authenticity of the messages? While Pirate Software's behavior in this situation could be described as scummy or weird, it's not exactly evidence of emotional, financial, or sexual manipulations.
I completely disagree. This guy is like totally fucking backwards. The accusation he's saying that all of the sexual shit that this guy did, all the manipulation tactics that this guy did that were genuine abusive tactics are not that serious. But what's serious is that he's a gay furry, and that's what we should be talking about. And he's sexualizing ferrets. That's like straight up upside down world shit.
/ abuse. What it is evidence of though is Pirate Software's readiness to lie to cover his ferret paw tracks and his extraordinarily questionable history of sexualizing ferrets when he's supposed to be the same dude who runs a ferret sanctuary. I'm not claiming he's sexually abuses ferrets because there is no evidence of that. What I am saying is that I would not be shocked if it came out that he had, and a guy who has evidently sexualized ferrets in the past is the last person I want running a sanctuary for them. It's like putting a pedophile in charge of an orphanage or a necrophile in charge of a morgue. I mean,
we made this joke earlier.
Do you really want them?
He wrote the joke for us, babe. We can't.
I literally said that.
We're gonna be put out.
Check the fucking clip. Like this guy's writing my jokes for me. Holy shit. Now I look like a fucking idiot.
And now the next words out of your mouth will be
that space. Oh, and I guess it's also evidence that he had a secret wife and cheated on Shay, which does remind me that wouldn't be the only time that Pirate Software has cheated.
In this house.
And then he's gonna go into a section about him cheating on video games, like in puzzle games. And that's so gross. It's so gross because he's discounting all of the things that are genuinely actual bad allegations. What the fuck, dude? This is really messed up. I hate this. I was pissed off the first time, but I was like so busy tweeting about it, I wasn't paying attention to it. This is fucking stupid. Oh my god, dude.
So yeah, he's pretty bad at video games.
Yeah, I guess he's bad at video games, dude. Like, what the fuck? There's a whole section in here where you're talking about sexual abuse allegations, but the sexual misconduct allegations you immediately throw doubt at, which is a weird thing to do. Newsflash, dumbass. People can sexualize some things without sexualizing everything. Yeah. Okay, so here, perfect example. You probably believe that women are attractive. Yes, friend, Mr. Crust, if I can speak to you so formally. Or so informally. Like, I'm assuming...
Lord Crust.
Sorry, Lord Crust, yeah. Sorry, such a peon as me deigns to speak in your presence, sir. But, I am assuming that somebody so blatantly homophobic would think that women are attractive. And therefore sexualize women. Do you think that you sexualize every woman that you meet? And, my friend, if the answer to that question was yes, that's weird. I don't know, man. I feel like these are not the... Like, you make actual good accusations in this video about sexual misconduct and then immediately glaze past them to make a joke about cheating in puzzle games. You throw doubt on the victim that got lied to, manipulated, and abused in these situations, and then you throw away those accusations because you think that he probably deserved it because he's gay. It's really sickening, and I think that there needs to be care taken when we criticize creators that are queer and creators that exist in queer spaces like the furry community. There is a reason that furries are so quick to oust people who are zoophiles or people who are abusers, people who even like there are blacklists of people who don't pay for artwork. The community is very tightly knit and we stand on our fucking virtues. And to lump all furries in with pirate software and say that the reason that pirate software is a problem is not because of all of the sex pest shit that he did, but because he's a furry and he had gay sex at a furry convention, that's so childish, I can't even begin to explain it. It's so short-sighted and genuinely offensive. Mr. Crust, sir, please stay the fuck away from women. Just say it. Again, if we can just fucking make accusations about shit, if we're just gonna lie. Alright, I don't want to watch the rest of this video.
Back to where you were.
I need to calm down. I do want to bring up, again, I got sent by someone, from a Second Life live journal from 2008. An important announcement regarding Darksphere Creations. Maldavius Figtree, who is Pirate Software, the CEO of Darksphere Creations, an avatar company based in Second Life, has fired his avatar maker Wingless Emoto and continues to sell her work without compensating her or taking down her work at her request. Instead, he has decided to belittle and berate her over any means he can to anyone listening. The news of this is both shocking and appalling. So all we're working hard to get the word out and advise people not to buy from DSC. Maldavius is taking full profit for Wingless Emoto's hard work, and she doesn't want that to continue. Many DSC vendors have already taken down due to this incident, but there are still some vendors remaining in other regions. Wingless has no choice but to give her existing avatars out for free in an attempt to snuff out any further profits from Maldavius will make. If you can, I highly recommend sending her some support. She really needs it right now. Also, please help spread the word. Again, have some of the rest of your stream. Gotta go eat something? Yeah, no problem. Thank you so much. Like, again, this is a good accusation. He's so ashamed of how cringe he used to be. Yeah, Maldavius Figtree, like, again, his character's name is funny, and, like, there are so many things we could tease him about. And so many things that we can genuinely, like, accuse him of, like this, where he's stealing money from a trans creator and not taking it down at her request. Like, being a sex pest, being an asshole. All of these are, like, yeah, these are all separate crimes, and they're worth talking about, but I think it speaks a lot to me that this guy is more worried and spends more time on this guy cheating at video games and being an asshole than he does about the fact that he, like, legitimately sexually assaulted somebody in, like, a way that is provable. I think that says something. And I don't think that Lord Crust's video is very good, and I'm going to give it a dislike. That is my review.
Oh, they added the dislike back?
No, I just put, I don't know. I might have a plugin that does it, but I'm giving him a dislike. He can't, even if they can't see it, I think that this video is stupid and bad. That's my review about that. Yeah. Hello, everybody. I need a second to calm down. Can I have some soda?
Yeah.
I have a straw. I'm still trying to think of what it might be.
Yeah, straw is probably it. Oh, beach straw.
It's so kind of dead as hell, though.
Yeah. That's why I hesitated.
Chat says I deserve greens.
I can see your chat.
No, you can't. It's secret chat. Oh, that right there.
Oh my god. Are you gaslighting me? Are you bad at puzzle games too, babe?
I am. Oh no.
What a fucking crime. That's the wrong.
Oh god, my persona is morphing into a poorly rendered ferret. Like again, ugh. It's maddening.
May have done a terrible.
What's that?
Excellent goes.
I'll allow it.
There you go.
Ooh, delicious.
Yeah. For your straw.
For my straw. My soda. Yeah, do not cringe.
Oh, you will cringe, but don't judge yourself for it. It's okay. You can just enjoy things. The more you enjoy things, the parts that cringe will die off.
Social shame is a prison meant to keep you in a box, and I do not think it is worth worrying so much about.
I don't care how pretty your fucking jail cell is.
True.
I don't want there to be a jail cell in the
Yeah, I
first place.
prefer to not be in jail.
Is the
It does like a live thumbnail sometimes.
Oh,
And
good.
it was just a frame of me holding the bong.
The big soda.
Alright, let's see what the hell.
Are we escaping the room?
I think I want to play RuneScape for a little bit to like recharge my throat, my thrusy.
What?
Because I've been talking for a decent time.
Yeah, it's been quite.
So let's do we'll do a run. We'll do like a farm run or two.
All right. So what are we farming today?
Today, I think it's Firelander.
Enders.
What is he? Did some agility pyramid because I wanted to do it a couple times because I hadn't done the diary task.
You're not showing your pin, are you?
Would never do that.
I'm surprised it doesn't automatically do that.
Never hide my bank pin. I hate having a social security number.
It does suck. Let's see.
Hey, did you know that you're all amazing and deserving of unconditional love? Yeah, that's right. I said it. Get loved and appreciated, nerd. Get cherished and adored, dweeb. Get completely thought the world of, dork. Get atomized with good feelings, Poindexter. Get completely and utterly
Poindexter?
decimated with good feelings, nincompoop.
Nincompoop!
I'm so proud of you for calling my wife a nincompoop.
You dare. I'm out of fucking logs. I'm gonna go do a little woodcutting. Actually. I hope you get the arm orders that you were looking for. As
Oh
Says
yeah,
Max.
sometime soon in the near future, maybe. We'll find out. I already have quite a collection, so no rush.
I'm just gonna do the herbs real quick.
Good idea. Scared the shit out of me.
Die. I think there's a new Game Changer episode tonight.
Oh.
That would be fun. All right. No, I used all my daily teleports.
That's fucked up.
Fine. I did not get copy striked the last time I watched Game Changer live on stream. Is that something we're interested in doing on stream, or should I just wait until afterwards? No.
The herb patch. Don't mind if I do.
Open some Ranar.
Okay. You like fantasy worlds, right?
I do like fantasy worlds.
What fantasy world, like, drug would you... This is against TOS, isn't it?
Probably skooma, right?
Is that just like cocaine?
I mean, yeah, but it like gives
That's
you magic
monster.
powers.
Oh yeah, that's monster for sure.
What fantasy world drug would you want to try?
Oh yeah, what fantasy world drug would
Like
you
the
want to try?
spice, like I want to try
Oh,
the
you want to try
spice melange.
spice? Oh shit!
If as long as I don't get addicted to it, I would be fine taking the spice
Can
melange.
you take it once and not have to take it forever? Or
No, never mind. I changed my answer. I want it to be Soma from Alien Private Eye, where it's like you do it once, you're fine. Take it 5 times, fully addicted, and you get into full blood transfusion to get it out of your body. You do it 100 times, you die. Total organ failure.
so you're betting that you can do it 4 times?
I can do Soma 4 times.
Yeah.
And then I'll be just like Lemro.
Yeah.
I'll be so cool. I'll do it I'll get a double dose, and then I'll go be a big beefy man about it with a football player, and we'll hang out in a room together with his hot sister. That I have sex with.
Is this plot of the film?
This happens in the movie. Yeah. I don't understand why you're surprised by this.
Every time you show me a film,
I make up new scenes every
there
single
are
time.
new scenes.
I make up every time I explain a film to you. I make up a new scene. Every time I show you a film, I have added a new.
With added footage.
I add
swear.
footage secretly every
Like,
time.
I don't know if it's because I don't like the film has to hit a certain like level before I fully remember it. It does make for an interesting viewing experience.
So you're saying that you're saying that's not on the right level for you, and they're bad. They're bad.
Oh, I think that I'm biased. Yeah.
Agatha hates me.
I hate the movies.
Right? Yeah, she hates me.
Oh, you're the movies. Hey, movie. I hate you. Skooma is a good one, though.
Good answer.
Good answer. Good answer.
You will allow me to eat.
Oh, what? Would you want to try Hobbit Leaf? I think it's called. Or no, that's tobacco, right?
Hello,
It's not
Optimus.
pot.
Hello.
Hello.
Thanks for stopping in. Welcome to Lurk.
You explain to me what the lurk command does? I don't.
It literally just tells me, it adds to your message to chat and tells me that you're hanging out and watching.
Okay.
It literally is just, it makes a text thing happen so that I can see who's hanging out.
Gotcha. Did I not mention any lurkers?
You can, they just usually are people that don't want to, like, get talked to. That
Oh,
don't wanna,
that's a
They
good.
don't want to, like, interact and chat. They will if they feel like it, but a lot of the time lurking people just kind of hang out. Don't use exclamation point jork. That's not something I would put in.
Listen to your system.
I do need to put jail back in, though. Stop! My mods hate me. Everybody hates me. Stop using it! Doesn't do anything! In the dot club, straight up exclamation point jerking it. I'm shaking off. Oh, I'm shaking it. Early jelking it. Uh-oh.
Oh, jeez.
When I manipulate my penis.
Be careful,
Penis.
Be careful, jelking. It's not healthy for your genitalia.
I have a feeling, yeah. I can't imagine a word. I can't imagine anything that is called something like jelking would be good for my cock.
I can't. I think I would break TOS if I described what it is. I guess it falls under sexual health, right?
It's sexual health and wellness.
Okay, so
Don't jelk your junk.
don't jelk your junk. Jelking is the practice. The practice of.
Yes, please describe jelking to me.
I am. Give me a second.
My wife explains jelking. My
Okay,
favorite stream.
so. All right, chat. Jelking.
This is basically JOI.
Jelking is
I'm almost there.
practice.
You
where
pick some
someone-
jangerberries. You pick some 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 jangerberries.
Can't
You pick
believe
some
I would be
jangerberries.
interrupted
You
by
pick
you.
some jangerberries.
Anyways, you just tug on your penis until it swells up. That's joking.
When I tug on my penis.
Yeah, you basically like force blood into it, and it's supposed to make it bigger. It just makes it
I
grow.
was interested briefly in foreskin reconstruction when I was a weird, insecure teenager.
I'll kill you for that.
I'll kill you for that. It's supposed to make it bigger.
Yeah,
And-
that's what it's supposed to do.
Yeah, it's supposed to.
The idea is it like muscles tear, and so you just gotta tear it until it grows bigger.
It's not. It's smooth muscle. It's different than that.
Yeah, doesn't work the same way.
It doesn't work the same way. It increases blood flow typically. It also gets you like using it more often,
Yeah,
which can
which
maintain
can
size.
maintain size because your penis size is not consistent. It does change if you're like it atrophies if you're not using it like any muscle. So bad at being a wizard. I need to practice with my wand more. It's okay, baby. I can take on an apprentice when I come see you. Is that smooth enough for you? Don't burp at me.
I'm sorry, you made me burp by just typing Pog over and over again. I tried laughing, but that's what came out.
It's my houseplant. My +2 girlfriend.
2 is several.
That is correct. That is, yeah, that's one of the words you could use to describe it.
You. Fuck you.
It is. Yeah, baby words. Is it me? I meant they were Harrowlanders.
Oh, cool. Twitch chat just shows up right there.
I have a plug-in for it, so yeah.
Am I just revealing all the things behind the curtain?
No, they can see it on screen.
Oh, okay.
When we are, pick a time, I'll pick a place. Right now, right here. Bent over. I'm getting it.
February 30th, 1983.
That's it. End of
That's
sentence,
it.
I guess.
That's the time. Oh, I
Yeah.
guess at 1:34 p.m.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did it.
Thanks, babe.
You're welcome. You doubt my skills.
Say that. Would never.
Never.
I would just never. I wouldn't be caught dead.
Alright.
Tree. 75 is my next threshold level, I think. Sorry, 85. I lied. Cactus. Flower. Like one limpwort seed. We're gonna save it in case we need it. So instead, we're gonna grow a woad.
Whoa! Wait.
Valentine seed. Proper plant pot. On the Take some poison ivy.
Your bare hands?
Yes.
Holy shit!
Poison ivy. I have to pick the poison ivy berries off.
Well, no, you should wear gloves while doing that.
I have these gloves on.
That would work.
Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah, no problem. Don't jump in poison ivy, kids. You heard it here. Hopefully not first. Big fucking.
The potato cactus?
Oh my.
I have potato cactus. I will hit it with this twice.
It's gone! Holy shit!
Grow a little baby cactus. Grow in 3 hours.
Real time hours?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Is that like your specific plot?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, everybody's is instanced. Panic app. And the super combos have been brewing into ultra combos. I didn't. Okay. Give me the objects. The object of
With the straws and the syrup.
the night Alexis.
What kind of weird?
You got to put your bomb. And the movie matrix. I'll trade you this for that. And then there's like never seen it. I'll get it.
Aww.
Stop hitting me, I say to my wife, and then she goes, "Aw." Striking me lightly. Up. That was German. Describe it that way.
Beats you. It does sound just dramatic if you describe it fully. Like, beats you to death with an empty Pepsi bottle. That's pretty intense, right? Like,
In the comedy skit, the extremely slender, incredibly effective.
no.
They got fake horror movie about a guy who can, like, he's getting followed by, like, one of those things that follows you and no one else can see it.
Uh-huh.
Style, little spooky, scary movie, except it's just a dude, it's like a fucked up dude with a spoon. Not like a big spoon or anything, just like a normal sized spoon. So the guy's just getting hit with a spoon over and over again. It's just like a little bit annoying, but he won't stop ever. So like slowly over time, it like whittles him down to nothing.
Death by stroke because he was so fucking frustrated.
Everyone was like, "Why do you keep getting weird bruises all over your body?" Guy is hitting me with a fucking spoon all the time. Apparently, a girl that I was friends with in like elementary school, dad is like,
Oh, cool. That's your in to interview.
right? He did a book or something. My mom was trying to tell me about it. I don't know anything serious, but I gotta do it. Especially if I'm going out there. Going out to the land of the silver screen.
If I don't see you in Game Changer, I'm gonna.
Listen, I feel like if there's any fucked up weirdo that would get me in all of Hollywood, it would be Sam Reich.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's not a dream. Alright. I have to do the permanent aisles at some point. And I have to get new crafting levels. I think getting crafting levels up might be nice. He's been here the whole time. Excuse me, goodness. Excuse me, goodness. And 11. Oh shit, I bought compost by accident. Excuse me, goodness. Get out of here. I'm fucking lost. Alright, how do I make this? How do I do this? Hi. Okay. I love you. appreciate it. Hope you're having a good day. Hello, Merlin. It is almost dinner time. Go back to temple. Oh, wait. There we go. Shout out to Jimmy Kicks. Meow. Hello, kitty. I know. I'm really hungry. Oh, he popped. Didn't want to hang out next to somebody, I guess. Oh, hey, baby. But after I finish up these buckets of sand, okay? And then you can have dinner. Yeah. Oh, you're gonna crawl up on me now? Oh, you just wanted to bug me? You got your paw stuck. You gotta pull it out. There you go, baby. Got it. Such a little attention seeker. Yep, we are banking crafting XP. I'm getting 1.2k. Getting tons of molten glass. Yes. How you doing? We spoke on the thing that you sent me about Parrot software. So thank you for expanding on that for me. Yeah. Yeah, I just spoke on like how I think we need to be careful about how we report on the wrongdoings of queer people, because it's very easy to accidentally or on purpose call the issue the queer people. And I was really pissed off that the video that I was watching was talking about how the very credible sex pest allegations were not that bad, but the fact that he was a furry was. It's just like weird. Yeah, absolutely. People don't think they're homophobes. They just do homophobic things. I've never met a person who hates furries who doesn't also think queers are weird. And I just think that says something. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the inability to accept wrongdoing. It's important. It's an important thing for people to develop. I think it's undervalued. He even speaks on his like unwillingness to accept wrongdoing, because he's like, if you don't think that you did anything wrong, you shouldn't apologize. It's just, I don't know. It says something about a person. And those are, again, if you're not willing to say no there, then where are you going to not take no for an answer in other places? So I don't know. Those seem like credible allegations. I'm just saying. It feels weird that we're focusing in on the furry thing. Yeah. I don't know. Try to make it clear that I'm not trying to defend the guy. Well, a piece of shit, but he's a piece of shit separate from the fact that he happens to be a furry. Does shit. This is like the shit that he does is stuff that gets you ousted from furry communities because furries are cool people. Oh, another 100. I know, right? You're very, very thirsty. You're very, not thirsty, you're hungry. You're hungry for dinner. You want a big sloppy wet food pile. You want dry crunchies so that you can eat them so fast you can throw up. My silliest, stupidest baby, and I love him very much. Once I'm done with this task, because I've taken some time to cool off, I'll be ready to talk about the next thing that I wanted to talk about and pull the article up. But for now, we're just gonna do this, and then I'll take a little bio break. I think the reason so many people are afraid to make it known they were wrong is that it damages their credibility and damages their reputation as a human being, and that somehow their incorrectness is going to follow them for the rest of their lives. No matter how much they try to swat it away. They never learn to apologize for saying they were wrong. I feel like it's... he shows a little bit off of his inner world when he says, there was like, when he says like, people think that it's gonna make, if you admit that you were wrong, it's gonna make the ridicule stop, it's gonna make the mockery stop, or whatever. I think he was very bullied, and he kind of got the wrong information out of it, unfortunately. He got really traumatized, and he is reacting as a traumatized person. Hurt people hurting people. He thinks in his head, I think he thinks in his head that he is this, like, put upon nerd hero where he's the underdog of the story and everyone is piling on him for no reason and he is justified. But he doesn't realize that he's just kind of an asshole, and that's why people treat him poorly, is because he treats them poorly. Yeah. I think that it is a problem that could be solved by having more friends, probably. But I don't get to make that kind of judgment. I'm not a psychiatrist. Alright, we got that. Now... gonna go somewhere. Go fucking crazy, I guess. Yeah, the video interview he did with the therapist is really rough. It was like, oh, ooh. Probably getting called out. Alright, I'm gonna... I will be back. Strip the ego from the bottom, yeah. Woof. Yeah. No, that would be fucked up. Fucked up to do that for content to yourself. I'll be back. Alright, Merlin, come on, it's dinner time. Hello again, friends. How are we? I hope you're all doing well. I took a quick bio break. It is important to check up on your physical health. Please remember, if you haven't taken your meds today, take your meds. Take your meds. Oh, hello. I was just trying to give myself a little more headroom. Alright. I wanted to talk about an article that I saw today. Are you all ready for another article? No, April, you all cry. Every time you read us an article, it makes us sad. I'm sorry to bring you such horrible sights and terrible sounds. Where am I? Hello. Okay. So, with all the things that have been going on lately, I wanted to be able to, kind of point at the pattern that I think we have to recognize with fascists turning on people. I just think that the people that are LGB without the T start to look pretty stupid when articles like this are coming out. The Supreme Court formally asked to overturn landmark same-sex marriage ruling. Kim Davis, a former clerk who refused gay couples, brought the appeal. 10 years after the Supreme Court extended marriage rights to same-sex couples nationwide, the justices this fall will consider for the first time whether to take up a case that explicitly asks them to overturn that decision. Kim Davis, the former Kentucky County Clerk who was jailed for 6 days in 2015 after refusing to issue marriage licenses to a gay couple on religious grounds, is appealing a $100,000 jury verdict for emotional damages, plus $260,000 for attorney fees. In a petition for writ of certiorari filed last month, Davis argues First Amendment protection for free exercise of religion immunizes her from personal liability for the denial of marriage licenses. More fundamentally, she claims the High Court's decision in Obergefell v. Hodges extending marriage rights for same-sex couples under the 14th Amendment's due process protections was egregiously wrong. The mistake must be corrected, wrote Davis's attorney Matthew Staver in the petition. He calls Justice Anthony Kennedy's majority opinion in Obergefell legal fiction. The petition appears to mark the first time since 2015 that the court has been formally asked to overturn the landmark marriage decision. Davis is seen as one of the only Americans currently with legal standing to bring a challenge to the precedent. It's really frustrating. Obviously, these attacks are going to come as soon as they can, and people are going to claim, we're against federal government having the right to do this thing. We're against all that. We should pass it down to the states. To which I ask, of course, what is the difference between the states making the decision and the federal government making the decision? They usually rebut with something along the lines of, well, the states have, a better idea of what their local constituents need and want, which means they want the states to have the rights to limit that stuff. So the states can make the things that they don't like illegal, and then all of the people they don't like have to go somewhere else. Because they just assume that if you don't like the laws where you are, you just go elsewhere, because they just have a fundamentally wrong view of all of the process of that. They think that I think that a lot of them maybe think that immigrants are just people that disagree with the politics of the places that they're coming from, or something. It's very frustrating. But obviously fascists are, they're using trans people as this wedge to put, a wedge, I guess, between different factions of the queer population. And unfortunately, you see a lot of transphobic gay people that'll talk about, like, oh, this sort of shit where they're focusing on gay rights, this is because of the trans people. They're so weird, they're making the straights hate us again. Because, there was no homophobia when gay marriage exists legally. But now with that getting taken away, they're going to blame that. If, the idea is they're going to blame this on trans people, right? But if they've been getting all of the things that they want, I mean, it's the whole fascist thing of the enemy needs to be undefeatable, but also impossibly, so they're impossibly strong, but also horribly weak and disgusting, and everybody knows that they're wrong, and it's common sense to know that they're wrong, but also they're undefeatable, and there's so many of them, and we need your support, and they're coming to destroy us. They're obviously, like, as soon as they get an opportunity, they're going to turn on this. And it's an attempt to create a space where they can only... It's an echo chamber. It's an ethno-state, really, is what they want. Hi, Delta. How are you? Alright. This is Kim Davis. Wait. Oh, and she... Of course this is the bitch that's denying marriage licenses. She looks like she looks like pressing the no button is her favorite thing. Ellie's got a 5 head. Holy shit. Destiny 2 life? Fuck yeah. Is the current stuff good? People have been... I've heard good things about current expansion content. I'm not sure if it's enough to convince me to get back into it, but it definitely is nice to hear when game that I used to like succeeds. Right, I'm gonna finish off this process I'm working on and then continue the article. I'm doing the process, the ritual. Pretty good Ikora lore? Hell yeah. We love Ikora Rey. The only woman. Okay. If there ever was a case of exceptional importance, Starver wrote, the first individual in the Republic's history who was jailed for following her religious convictions regarding the historic definition of marriage, this should be it. Lower courts have dismissed Davis' claims, and most legal experts consider her bid a long shot. A federal appeals court panel concluded earlier this year that the former clerk cannot raise the First Amendment as a defense, because she is being held liable for state action, which the First Amendment does not protect. Davis, as the Rowan County clerk in 2015, was the sole authority tasked with issuing marriage licenses on behalf of the government under state law. Not a single judge on the U.S. Court of Appeals showed any interest in Davis's rehearing petition, and we are confident in the Supreme Court will likewise agree that Davis's arguments do not merit further action, said William Powell, attorney for David Ermold, and David Moore, the now married Kentucky couple that sued Davis for damages, in a statement to ABC News. A renewed campaign to reverse legal precedent. Davis' appeal to the Supreme Court comes as a conservative Davis's appeal to the Supreme Court comes as to conservative opponents of marriage rights for same-sex couples pursue a renewed campaign to reverse legal precedent and allow each state to set its own policy. At the time Obergefell was decided in 2015, 35 states had statutory or constitutional bans on same-sex marriages, according to the National Conference of State Legislatures. Only 8 states had enacted laws explicitly allowing the unions. So far in 2025, at least 9 states have either introduced legislation aimed at blocking new marriage licenses for LGBTQ people, or passed resolutions urging the Supreme Court to reverse Obergefell at the earliest opportunity, according to the advocacy group Lambda Legal. In June, the Southern Baptist Convention, the nation's largest Protestant Christian denomination, overwhelmingly voted to make overturning of laws and court rulings, including Obergefell versus Hodges, that defy God's design for marriage and family, a top priority. So just bigotry is their number one priority. They just need to tell people that they hate the gays so very much. This is from 2009. Weird choice to put that image there. ABC News. It's just so obvious that if there isn't a nationwide protection, that it's just going to not be allowed for most people. That's why we need this kind of federal protection, and that's why it's so antithetical to me when people say they're pro-freedom, like anyone can do anything that they want to, but they're pro-limiting what people can do as long as they're not doing the things that they want. It's like, anything that I want to do, I should be able to do, but not you. So they're not for freedom, they're for controlling other people. Support for equal marriage rights softening. While a strong majority of Americans favor equal marriage rights, support appears to have softened in recent years, according to Gallup. 60% of Americans supported same-sex marriages in 2015, rising to 70% for support in 2025, but that level has plateaued since 2020. Among Republicans, support has notably dipped over the past decade, down from 55% in 2021 to 41% this year, Gallup found. Davis's petition argues the issue of marriage should be treated the same way the court handled the issue of abortion in its 2022 decision to overturn Roe v. Wade. She zeroes in on Justice Clarence Thomas's concurrence in that case, in which he explicitly called for revisiting Obergefell. And that's what we knew, because Clarence Thomas is a huge fucking piece of shit, and he was already pushing for this stuff. He is such a bot shill. It's so disgusting. I really hope that there's just not enough time for them to rip all of the wires out, but this this 4 years, I feel like, is going to do so much damage to civil liberties in general. Just so much stuff that was so hard fought for is being ripped away so quickly that it is genuinely shocking. The justices should reconsider all of this court's substantive due process precedents, including Griswold, Lawrence, and Obergefell, Thomas wrote at the time, referring to the landmark decisions dealing with the fundamental right to privacy, due process, and equal protection rights. It's hard to say where things will go, but this will be a long slog considering how popular same-sex marriage is now, says Josh Blackman, a prominent conservative constitutional scholar and professor at South Texas College of Law. Blackman predicts many members of the Supreme Court's conservative majority would want prospective challenges to Obergefell to percolate in lower courts before revisiting the debate. Hi, Olive. The court is expected to formally consider Davis's petition this fall during a private conference when the justices discuss which cases to add to their docket. If the case is accepted, it would likely be scheduled for oral argument next spring and decided by the end of June 2026. The court could also decline the case, allowing a lower court ruling to stand and avoid entirely the request to revisit Obergefell. Justices Brett Kavanaugh and Amy Coney Barrett seem wildly uninterested. Maybe Justice Neil Gorsuch too, said Sarah Isger, an ABC News legal analyst and the host of the legal podcast Advisory Opinions. There is no world in which the court takes the case as a straight gay marriage case, Isger added. It would have to come up as a lower court holding that Obergefell binds judges to accept some other kind of non-traditional marital arrangement. Ruling wouldn't invalidate existing marriages. If the ruling were to be overturned at some point in the future, it would not invalidate marriages already performed, legal experts have pointed out. The 2022 Respect for Marriage Act requires the federal government in all states to recognize legal marriages of same-sex and interracial couples performed in any state, even if there is a future change in the law. Davis first appealed the Supreme Court in 2019, seeking to have damages suit against her tossed out, but her petition was rejected. Conservative Justices Thomas and Samuel Alito concurred with the decision at the time. This petition implicates important questions about the scope of our decision in Obergefell, but does not cleanly present them, Thomas wrote in a statement. Many LGBTQ advocates say they're apprehensive about the shifting legal and political landscape around marriage rights. There are an estimated 823,000 married same-sex couples in the U.S., including 591,000 that wed after the Supreme Court decision in June 2015, according to the Williams Institute at UCLA Law School. Nearly 1 in 5 of those married couples is parenting a child under 18. Since the Obergefell decision, the makeup of the Supreme Court has shifted rightward, now including 3 appointees of President Donald Trump and a 6-justice conservative supermajority. Chief Justice John Roberts, among the current members of the court who dissented in Obergefell a decade ago, sharply criticized the ruling at the time as an act of will, not legal judgment, with no basis in the Constitution. He also warned then that it creates serious questions about religious liberty. Davis invoked Roberts' words in her petition to the High Court, hopeful that at least 4 justices will vote to accept her case and hear arguments next year. It is genuinely frustrating to me that the argument is being made that this is affecting religious liberty, where religion is ultimately an ideology, one that can't really be substantiated. It's a series of beliefs, true, but those are things that can be changed, even no matter how devout you are. Whereas, identity issues, quote unquote, like being gay or being trans, those are just things that are about you and cannot be changed. So it's a fundamental misunderstanding where, honestly, if it comes down to it, between the rights of queer people and the rights of, black people and the rights of, any minority group of people that's being discriminated against based on something that they can't control, that is more important than your religion. I guess that maybe that's hard to hear, but I think it's true. shouting at the live gay. Oh, you thought they were gonna stop at trans kids. They're gunning for every one of us, absolutely. It's the, okay, so now that we've gotten the transes banned, where do we go next? Where do we go next? I'm just saying, LGB without the T starts to look pretty stupid. I think there are a lot of people that are so far down the pipeline that it feels like there's no way out. Like you've been on the wrong side for so long that now you're just stuck there. And I think that's why it's important to learn empathy, even for people that maybe don't deserve it. It's hard. And it does mean that it makes you a little easier to get taken advantage of, but as long as you're wise and keep track of yourself and you have good friends that are keeping track of you, I think that it is still possible to build a world where we can be a little kinder to each other. Yeah, first they came for the socialists, and I spoke up immediately because I've read the rest of this poem. They're not gonna stop, right? The fascism is a death cult. It's always gonna be eating its own tail, and then whatever it's forced to spit back up, it's going to attempt to swallow back down as soon as it can. Control over what a trans person can do with their body is, going to be used to argue that you can then control what a woman can do with her body, or what anyone can do with their body. I'm thinking of abortions, I'm thinking of obviously gay marriage, probably the ability to perform gay sex at all. I mean, again, we're being hyperbolic here potentially, but this is the path that we run down that ends up at sodomy laws again. And I feel like if I still have to explain to you why sodomy laws are bad, maybe we're just not going to agree. I don't know. I do not understand these people. It's not something that I understand. Actually, let me quickly grab this. I want to grab this logo. Copy it over. Onto here. Boom. Oh, look at how sexy that looks. Get to show off Maxi's cool-ass logo. And then it looks like that on vertical, so you can see it, yeah, bigotry doesn't follow logic or morality, it's just hate. It's a fear of the unknown, which lends itself to fascist thinking. The fear of the other. And I was a victim to it at one point in my life. Why I work so hard to attempt to understand people and things that I don't understand intrinsically, things that challenge me. I read all of these articles about things that suck, and I try to listen to the other side's point of view, even though it's stupid and wrong and hurtful, because I think it's important to understand where they're coming from, and I think that it's also important to have empathy for people that are stuck in that cycle, because eventually you can get out of it, and you can grow and get better. It's possible. You don't have to always be stuck down there in the hatred hole, and I think genuinely, cliche as it sounds, it does get better. It is easier to get out there, to get out of there. It's not more convenient to hate yourself always. I think there was a fear, maybe, and this was even before I came out as trans too, but when I was in that pipeline, I was so depressed all the time, and I was in this mindset that at least I knew how bad it was now. And as long as nothing changed, I could keep dealing with it. And I would be okay with that. but I wouldn't be happy. And taking risks, like, I mean, coming out, like, choosing to be happy, choosing to get better and socialize and be fucking normal and not be on the internet so much and not be stuck in these horrible echo chambers of hate. That it's hard to throw that off, especially when you're getting taught that everybody is your enemy. They all hate you. They want you destroyed. It is a sad lie that they tell these poor people. But it is possible to get them out. People can get better. We are not forced always to be trapped in the worst timeline. Where's my page? There we are. Alright. I think that's all of the things that I really wanted to talk about. Yeah, we can turn that off. Maybe we should watch the Charlie Kirk debate at Oxford. That would be funny. Funny. Yeah, actually his name is Chieftain Keefton. And that joke comes directly from Jackie's lips. That's not my joke. I just thought it was so funny. Oh my. Let's change our status over here to playing RuneScape, and then I'm going to switch over to playing RuneScape again. Where is it? I'm gonna do actually, wait a minute, what time is it? Never mind, friends. I think actually I'm gonna shoot you over to a different group. I think that Maple is still alive. Nope. In that case, we're gonna go to Wonder. Because she's still on that partner push, the pronouns push. So, y'all have a great night. I'll see you soon. Have a good one.